Hey, what's happening, Disney Readers? Me, the Guy01, and welcome to this week's versus episode on Walkthrough Channel. This week, this is the Ultimate Warrior against the immortal Hulk Hogan. It is our weekly birthday versus this week. We didn't have too many birthdays this week. We only had 3. Those birthdays were Mark Henry, whose birthday was June 12th. He turned 52. Bailey's birthday, June 15th. She turned 34. And Ultimate Warrior's birthday, yesterday, June 16th. He would have turned 64. So I decided to go with Warrior, mainly because I couldn't think of an opponent for Bailey. Well, I kind of could have. I was considering Io Sky, but I don't know. And Mark Henry isn't in this game, so I couldn't have really done anything with that. So we got quite a few things to talk about, so let's jump right in. First thing we'll talk about is Raw. The first segment of Raw was Rhea Ripley being presented with a new Raw Women's Championship, which was literally just the World Heavyweight Championship, but with a white strap. Which, not to be that guy, but I called it. I literally said last week in Versus that I literally said that if they gave Asuka a new title, are they going to give Rhea a new title design? And if they do, is it just going to be the World Heavyweight Championship with the white strap? I literally said that a week ago, and wouldn't you know, they did it. So now you've got to the point where you have like the Raw titles and the SmackDown titles, the men and women's, which are literally the same titles, just with a different strap color, which I guess kind of works. You know, you have a unique design per show or per brand, and then you have a small difference in between the men's and women's titles, but I don't know, it just comes across as lazy. Now I do prefer the one Rhea got to the one that Asuka got, just because, it's a new design, well, newer. It's not the same design we've had for the last 10 years like the one Asuka's got. And I am glad that they got rid of the whole red and black, and they decided to differentiate the designs of the titles by, actually changing the designs. That's nice, compared to just, changing a color here or there to show, like, hey, this is the Raw title because it's red. But overall, I don't know. Could they not have just gone back to the women's title, like the Attitude Era women's title? And maybe do what they did with the World Heavyweight Championship and take that old title and just update it a little bit. Ooh. So anyway, Rhea gets presented with a new title, with Dominic at her side, of course. This then led to Cody Rhodes coming out and confronting Dominic. The two of them get into a little skirmish, and Cody challenges Dominic for a match at Money in the Bank, which was made official shortly after. Which, okay, I don't know if that's a promotion for Dominic or a demotion for Cody. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dominic is probably one of the best bad guys in wrestling right now in terms of reactions. I mean, every time he goes out there, he gets booed out of the building. He's probably one of the most over bad guys in terms of, the fans wanting to boo him. But, he's like the baby of a mid-card tag team, or a mid-card stable. Why is Cody going up against him? I don't know, maybe they're just waiting for... I kind of see where they're going with that, because right now, everyone just wants to see Cody versus Roman Reigns again. Get the rematch from WrestleMania, but Roman's busy with the whole Bloodline storyline, which is understandable. That's the biggest storyline in wrestling right now, so I can if they're holding off on the Cody and Reigns rematch until after they've concluded the Bloodline storyline, I completely get that. That should come first, because that's the hottest thing in wrestling right now. So if that's what they're doing, I get that. So if this is just them giving Cody something to do until that happens, then I'm fine with that. Ow. Nope. Cody went on to beat The Miz in the first match of the night. Oh no. Ow. No, the tassels. Ooh. Becky Lynch beat Chelsea Green. Damian Priest beat Matt Riddle to qualify for Money in the Bank. That'll be interesting to see where that goes. See if that shows some more adds some more tension into the Judgment Day. After Damian Priest beat Matt Riddle, he then walked up the ramp where he was met by Imperium, who walked by him in order to go and beat up Matt Riddle. It would have been kind of nice to see an Imperium versus Judgment Day feud. That could have had some fun matches in it. Ricochet faced Bronson Reed in a match. Shinsuke Nakamura ended up coming out during the match and attacked Bronson Reed, causing a DQ. That happened after Bronson Reed threw Ricochet into Nakamura, so Nakamura retaliated, which gave Bronson Reed the DQ win. Then Nakamura and Ricochet actually teamed up in order to hit Bronson Reed with a superplex, which was pretty cool. Shayna Baszler beat Raquel Rodriguez. Chad Gable beat Eric of the Viking Raiders. Nice to see Chad Gable get a win, even though his win was probably I don't want to say, like, what's the opposite of a highlight? A low light? It wasn't the highlight of the segment. The focus of that match was more on Otis and Maxine. Isn't that her name, Maxine? I forget what it is. Anyway, main event of Raw was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beating Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther to retain the Undisputed Tag Team Championships in a very good match, which should come as no surprise considering everyone involved. Moving on to SmackDown, the majority of SmackDown was taken up by a tag team gauntlet match to determine the new #1 contenders for the Undisputed Tag Titles. Uh-oh. Ooh. It seemed that the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus and Ridge Holland, were going to perform a clean sweep, beating the LWO. Hold on. Get out of here. Beating the LWO, Street Profits, Hit Row, Gallows and Anderson, before eventually coming up against Pretty Deadly, who got the cheap win against Sheamus and Holland to make them the new #1 contenders. This then led to a promo between Pretty Deadly and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which was pretty funny. Zelina Vega beat Io Sky after a botched distraction from Bayley, which ended up costing her stablemate the match, a recurring theme in Damage Control. Karrion Kross and Scarlett beat AJ Styles and Mia Yim. Santos Escobar beat LA Knight. After the match, LA Knight started beating up on Santos Escobar before Rey Mysterio came down to make the save. Now, it should be noted that LA Knight is currently the fan favorite to win Money in the Bank, so it's weird seeing him lose these matches, especially, again, not wanting to take a shot at Santos Escobar, but, you know, he's definitely not main event material, and if LA Knight is supposed to be, a credible Money in the Bank winner and, eventual title contender, which is the idea of winning Money in the Bank, that you actually have a chance of winning the title, then him losing to Santos doesn't really help with that. Now, him feuding with Rey Mysterio, that could help with that, which seems to be what they were leaning with Rey coming down to make the save. But I guess we'll have to see. And the main event of the night was the culmination of the Bloodline feud. Well, maybe not the culmination, but the climax, it seems. Roman Reigns and standing with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman brought out the Usos and basically told Jay to fall in line. Make the decision. Do you stand with your brother or do you stand with the Bloodline? And Jay, well, he definitely made it clear by who he was standing with by super kicking the crap out of both Reigns and Solo before ending the night standing tall with his brother Jimmy. And the crowd went nuts for it, and understandably so. This storyline has been building for almost 3 years, and yeah, the fans reacted like it. This was something years in the making, and it was really a smart idea to have Jay be the one, to really stand up to Roman and be the one to take him out, because they're all started with the two of them. Basically, Jay was like, hey, Roman, you're kind of going a bit crazy with power here, and Roman basically proved him right by going nuts on him. And now here we are, almost 3 years later, and Jay has brought Roman down a peg after 3 years on top, which is smart. Smart storytelling. There's no sarcasm there, it's just smart storytelling. Now, it'll be interesting to see how they culminate this, because Money in the Bank doesn't seem like the best pay-per-view to blow it off at. This is deserving of a Big Four pay-per-view. So I hope they hold off on the actual blow-off match until a Big Four pay-per-view. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. Ow. Oh, they don't. And that was it for Raw and SmackDown. Now that we're done with that, let's finish this off. Here we go. Count it. That was the weakest kick out I've ever seen. Ooh. Ooh. No, I didn't mean to pin him. Okay. Okay. That was disappointing. Really? A clothesline beats him? Okay. That was underwhelming. I honestly expected him to kick out. Alright. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I make new videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week's Versus, and next week when we continue our Injustice 2 walkthrough. We've crossed the halfway point with Injustice 2, which is actually kind of crazy. I don't know how long I expected the game to be, but it seems like we're blowing through it. Even though, we're 4 or 5 weeks in? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01 and the Ultimate Warrior signing out. Bye, guys.